Man, I know this video is not going to make a lot of y'all happy. All right? This video is not going to make a lot of y'all happy. But y'all know I was going to check this one out. You know I had to check this one out. Shout out that boy Clayton. We got making the case for LeBron James. Now, y'all have seen that I'll be reacting to a lot of old school hoopers, you know what I'm saying, just that time in general, doing my homework, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of y'all, like, despise LeBron. Like, I'm gonna be real, a lot of y'all despise LeBron. And a lot of y'all know, when I first started doing my homework videos, I said I had LeBron #1 all time. I did. You know what I'm saying? I think this is as soon as I did the first homework video, which was on MJ. I said I have LeBron #1 all time. Now, that has moved. That has changed. You know what I'm saying? Like, that has changed. I have to be honest, yo. I said it. I feel like the NBA lately, over the last, I would say like 5 years, has done a really good job at persuading the generation that are like still in tune with basketball. Like, I know a lot of y'all OGs, y'all might still watch basketball occasionally, but y'all really don't enjoy it. Somebody like me who's only 22 years old, bro, you know, this is the prime years of me watching it. You know what I'm saying? More than ever. You feel me? I do this shit for a living now. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of y'all do not like today's basketball. But y'all have to understand, with me watching it, they have really done a good job at persuading the youth that LeBron is the #1 all time. Now, it has changed. He is not my #1 all time. You feel me? He isn't. LeBron is great. I do have LeBron in my top 5. I will say that, y'all. A lot of y'all not going to agree with that, and it is what it is. It's to each his own. You know what I'm saying? I do have LeBron in my top 5. I just feel like, for me personally, I'd be disrespecting LeBron if I don't have him in my top 5. I really would. I really genuinely feel like I'd be disrespecting LeBron. You know what I'm saying? But we going to be watching, making the case, man. Like, obviously, this is to be the GOAT. So, y'all know I have to hear everything he got to say. I know everything about BRON. You know what I'm saying? I know everything about BRON. So, we going to hear what he has to say and why we think he thinks BRON could be the GOAT. I don't think any of us are going to agree with it, but we going to see, you know what I'm saying? If you do, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications to be notified whenever I post a new video. I'm really not going to do a whole lot of pausing in this because this is the longest making the case video, which is crazy because it's for LeBron, but it's the longest one. So I don't really want to be pausing unless I genuinely have something to say about what Clayton just said. You know what I'm saying? But let's check this thing out.
Basketball is special. The size of the court and the lack of pads or helmets.
Is the intro?
Let us
the intro.
Pass. For my nuance to play, I'll be all time.
All right. Let's see. Is LeBron the GOAT? I don't know, man. I don't know about that one. I don't know if you're gonna be ahead of Jordan, man. I ain't gonna lie. Or Bird.
To begin making the case for LeBron James.
No.
Michael Jordan is the
LeBron
GOAT.
James
LeBron James
isn't
built
close.
like that. There's no way. There's no
LeBron
way that he is
isn't
the
the
GOAT.
GOAT.
Also, I do think this video was made before LeBron won in the bubble. So his last championship. I think at this point, Bron still has 3 championships. I think when this video was made, let's see. 4 years ago. Okay, so no, this might have been after. Okay. I think this was after. When did LeBron win that championship? It was in 2020, but when was it? I don't know. We're going to find out.
What are you talking about?
LeBron.
You're making a video about LeBron being the GOAT.
Get out of here.
No. And just like that, we've started the LeBron GOAT case off right. Okay. Somebody like me makes a video like this, to which a certain segment of the population reacts by getting so mad that they start to pop blood vessels. And that's a really interesting reaction to me. I've made videos about why players like Larry Bird and Tim Duncan are the GOATs. And sure, I get some, this video is garbage because MJ is the GOAT comments, but it's mostly been people having a lovely chat about the merits and nuances of those players' careers. I don't expect that to be the case today.
At all.
Why? Why is it that LeBron, more than any other player, gets Jordan truthers so defensive? If you are...
And it's not even just Jordan truthers. It's not. That's what Clayton thinks. That's what I thought too. I thought it was... when I first started doing my homework videos, bro, I really thought it was just like Jordan versus LeBron fans. You know what I'm saying? Nah. It's OGs. OGs are not letting up on their favorite players, bro. Like, at all.
One of those volatile Jordan defenders, and you're racing to the comments right now. I know that there's nothing I can do to stop you. But for the rest of you, please, just humor me. Even if you think Jordan's the GOAT. Hear what I have to say. We all still love basketball. We can all still be friends.
Facts.
when LeBron James was a freshman at St. Vincent St. Mary's High School in Akron, Ohio. He posted per-game averages of 18 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. The Irish went undefeated 27-0, won the state championship, and James was named the state tournament MVP. And just like that, the final year of anonymity for LeBron James was over. In the summer between his freshman and sophomore years, James's play on the AAU circuit caught the eyes of every scout he encountered. Word began to spread far and wide about the man-child from Akron, Ohio. In his sophomore season, he saw an increase in every box score figure. His team started playing home games at the University of Akron's arena in order to seat the thousands of spectators. His team lost one game all year and won the state championship again. He became the first sophomore ever named to USA Today's All-USA First Team. He had officially entered the territory of phenom. Scouts were infatuated with James for a number of reasons.
He was that dude.
He had every measurable you could want out of a 16-year-old. Tall, strong, good wingspan, off-the-charts athleticism. But he also had superb instincts, a natural enthusiasm for the game, an unselfish play style, preternatural passing abilities, and strong leadership qualities, which is why, in his junior year, Sports Illustrated put LeBron on its cover. Now, this cover didn't single-handedly trigger the outrageous expectations of LeBron James, but it certainly helped. The cover acknowledged James's unprecedented talent at such an early stage, while alluding to the expectations, hopes, and wonders that such an unbelievable talent would have to bear. Beginning his junior year, James and the Irish would play their home games almost exclusively at the University of Akron's arena. ESPN2 began broadcasting their matchups to the country, and Time Warner Cable started selling his games on pay-per-view for $7.95 a pop to the Akron populace. The hype was substantiated by more incredible play from James, who improved from year to year. As a junior, he was named to a second All-USA First Team and became the first junior to ever be named the Gatorade National Player of the Year. As a senior, he won a second National Player of the Year award and was named...
Hey, I ain't gonna lie though, LeBron, one thing we not gonna say about Bron is, he is the player they said he was gonna be. He is. So that's the one thing I ain't gonna lie, I'm never gonna take disrespect hearing it. I'm not even a Bron fan, y'all. I respect Bron. You know what I'm saying? I respect Bron. But he's my rival. I just if Curry can appreciate him, I'm gonna appreciate him, y'all. You feel me? Curry's my father, if you didn't know. But that's the one thing I can't do. I can't throw smut on LeBron's name like that. Like, he is who they said he was. You know what I'm saying?
National Player of the Year. As a senior, he won a second National Player of the Year award and was named to an unheard of third All-USA First Team. James's junior year remains the turning point of his celebrity. It was then that he went from highly touted young prospect to inheritor of the sport of basketball. And that's the thing. We as sports fans fetishize potential. The allure of the future is endless. If a player has potential, they can be anything. It hasn't happened yet, so it's still technically possible, no matter how outrageous the expectation may be. But then if they don't succeed, we label them as failures, busts. Couldn't do it, didn't pan out. Never mind the fact that we were the ones who set the expectations to begin with. Promise is a double-edged sword. And this was promise like no other. LeBron was the first real athletic prodigy of the internet era. It was the first time that the country could whip itself up into this kind of frenzy about the next big athlete in the uber-commercialized post-Jordan NBA. These days, young prospects in every sport get enough smoke blown up their asses to host a barbecue, with top 100 recruiting lists and the videos with titles calling any prospect who hits back-to-back threes the next Steph Curry. It's too much to say that it started with LeBron, but he was undoubtedly the initial product of the hype machine we're familiar with today. He was so good at such a young age, and so many people saw him and talked about him and heard about him that the stakes were clear.
Give me that.
LeBron James could not be a 6-time NBA All-Star. He couldn't win 1 or 2 MVPs. He couldn't be the next Tracy McGrady or the next Vince Carter. He had to be the face of the league and go down in history as one of, if not the, greatest basketball players of all time. In the Sports Illustrated article, the one that called him the Chosen One, a label that he embraced by having it tattooed on his back, writer Grant Wall recognized the absurdity of asking if a 17-year-old who still couldn't buy cigarettes was really the heir to the next generation of basketball. But after seeing LeBron and talking to him, Wall concedes that it was, indeed, the right question. Was it ever? In the 2004 NBA Draft, LeBron James was the first overall selection by his hometown Cleveland Cavaliers. He was selected ahead of college standout Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, who had just led Marquette to the
It's
final.
so crazy that he ended up playing with them too. Like, that is just so insane to me.
Ahead of college standout Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, who had just led
Carmelo
Marquette to the
Anthony.
Final Four and was named an All-American, college basketball's Player of the Year, TJ Ford, and Carmelo Anthony, who had just led Syracuse to an NCAA championship. LeBron, out of high school, went ahead of all of them, with the weight of a franchise, a city, and perhaps a league on his 18-year-old shoulders. As the most anticipated basketball player since Lou Alcindor, LeBron James could not falter. What if he'd failed? What if the $100 million shoe deals and the celebrity and the fame had been too much too soon? And honestly, how wasn't it? How did LeBron not mess it all up? I don't know, but he didn't. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the incredible things that he's done since with his platform as the country's most famous athlete. He's spurred and advocated social change, especially in the realm of civil rights, from Trayvon Martin's shooting to the Black Lives Matter movement. He has been an indispensable source of goodwill and good fortune for his community.
Facts.
He's been the most important focal point in the era of player empowerment in the NBA. He didn't just defy the odds by not becoming a complete nutcase. He has leveraged his position, set an incredible example, and has been one of the best role models that any child or parent could ever ask for. He's still playing, which means that all of these accolades are subject to change, and likely will. But the only assumptions I'll be making are that LeBron finished within at least the top 5 of MVP voting this year and made first team All-NBA, which means he has been named to 13 All-NBA first teams and 16 total All-NBA teams, both records demonstrating his unbelievably prolonged reign total All-NBA teams.
I almost got up, y'all. I almost just stood up. A simple stutter step and you falling like that? And on top of that, homie fell on top of you?
Teams, both records.
Wait, was that Kevin Garnett?
15 All-NBA first teams and 16 total All-NBA teams, both records demonstrating his
That might have been Kevin Garnett. I ain't gonna lie.
unbelievably prolonged reign over the sport. He's won 4 MVPs in 5 years, a feat only matched by Bill Russell, and finished in the top 5 of MVP voting in all but 3 of his 17 seasons. He's been selected to 16 All-Star games, 6 All-Defensive teams, and stands at or near the top of multiple all-time statistical leaderboards that demonstrate his all-around proficiency, from playoff points scored to career assists. He has achieved such a universal and unique statistical position for a number of reasons. Namely among them, LeBron James is the best basketball player of all time. When James Naismith nailed a peach basket to a wall in a gym in Massachusetts, there was no way he could have ever imagined the game as it is today. And there is no way, not in his wildest dreams, that he could have ever imagined an athlete like LeBron. The guy is 6'8".
Yo, he should have dunked that.
Built like Karl Malone, passes like Larry Bird, jumps like Michael, and surveys the court like Magic Johnson. He's not the strongest or the fastest, but he's faster than the strongest and stronger than the fastest. He has a cocktail of cerebral perception and hand-eye coordination that has made him one of the premier passers in league history. He has a 7-foot wingspan, a lightning-quick first step, supernatural anticipation, and an IQ on both ends of the court that comes from the brain of basketball's Da Vinci. It would be enough if LeBron had...
That's the thing about Bron. Like, he has a bunch of players mixed in his game. Like he said, passes like Larry Bird. You could say like Magic too. Runs the floor, especially like Magic. You know what I'm saying? Has the speed, the strength of Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Has the build of a Carmelo. Like, it's crazy. Bron does have a lot of players mixed in within him. I'm not even gonna lie. We gonna save it for that.
had just built a name and career for himself thanks to his prodigious natural talents. But he worked diligently, year in and year out, to improve himself as a basketball player. He received criticism for not using his Herculean frame to lock down opponents. And so, he became a lethal defender and was twice the runner-up for Defensive Player of the Year. Opponents would exploit James's lack of post game by assigning him smaller, quicker defenders. He spent the summer with Hakeem Olajuwon and became a back-down bully. To better space the floor and accommodate the modern style of basketball, he needed to improve his streaky jump shot. He became a master of efficiency and at his best was a 40% three-point shooter. There is no aspect of basketball that LeBron James is not superb at.
Cap. I'm gonna call cap on that. The free throw line. LeBron, but that's not even me hating, y'all. That's not me hating. That's me telling the truth. LeBron at the free throw line has been a nightmare. You know what I'm saying? It's been average. For somebody like LeBron, bro, it shouldn't be average. That's the only thing I will get on Brown for. Your free throws, I think as of late, because this is obviously 2025, I think ever since maybe like 2023 or maybe 2022, his free throws have got better. But before that,
it's a silly hypothetical, but I think it serves my point to say that a team of 5 LeBrons would beat a team of 5 of anybody else. He always had the whole package, but he never stopped adding to it. And he's been adding to it for an insanely long time. He's been probably the best basketball player in the world since 2008 or 2009. And if your life came down to one game, he's still one of the first calls you'd make at age 35 in year 17. He can do anything, does everything, and he's never had a truly significant injury. It wasn't until 2019 that he missed a substantial amount of time because of a groin injury. And aside from some issues with cramps and some occasional back trouble, LeBron has never been a liability in that department. He has the 4th highest scoring average in NBA history, and with the way basketball is played today, He has the 4th highest scoring average in NBA history, and with the way basketball is played today, he can defend point guards and centers. Never mind. All of that to a tireless work ethic, an unselfish play style, and a penchant for big moments, and you get the queen of the chessboard. When it comes to playing basketball, he is the best at it. Hold on. I think I hear something. It's the sound of Skip Bayless's acolytes losing their shit in my comment section. Best player ever. Big moments? No way. LeBron's terrible in the clutch. He hates taking the last shot. He doesn't have the killer instinct. He doesn't have what it takes to come through and crunch.
That's not even true.
I don't know where this got started or how it's been able to persist, but that sentiment is just factually untrue. There is
God, because Bron, I ain't gonna lie, Bron got plenty of game winners. Plenty. Like, I believe they got a whole compilation of him just hitting game winners. You know what I'm saying? Some in the playoffs too, bro. That 2018 Cavs run, bro. LeBron hit like, 3 game winners? 3? Man, you shitting me.
Or how it's been able to persist, but that sentiment is just factually untrue. There is an overwhelming amount of evidence to support LeBron's clutch ability and killer instinct. There's statistics that show that James is clutch. Evidence, analytics, stuff made by people who know how to do math and use calculators and stuff. And you don't believe them because they're nerds and because basketball isn't just about numbers.
I remember watching that live.
Look at the dude's results. He's hit clutch shots in the regular season.
For the jumper for the win. Bang!
Bro, this was so crazy.
And got it. Banks it in. It's a 3. Make somebody else beat you. 3 on the way. He got it. LeBron for the tie. He got it.
And he's hit clutch shots in the playoffs.
Yeah, definitely. For the game.
For the win. It's gone. 3 seconds to go.
Crazy. And the thing about Bron haters, they're gonna say, "Oh, this generation don't play good defense. Don't play." Hey, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This is the one thing I don't agree with a lot of the OGs in the comments. I'm gonna say ever since 2020 and after, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, defense has not been good. You feel me? Defense has just not been good. They've been calling these whack fouls and everything like that. But before 2020, bro, defense was still played. Sure, you can't hand check, you can't tackle folks in midair and think you're not gonna get nothing called on you. Sure, you can't do stuff like that. But it was still good defense. I think a lot of people get brainwashed because the Warriors had an insane run and it was just not fair for the rest of the league. So it just looked like no defense being played, like, oh, the same team is winning. No, bro, it was just a super team. It was just a super team, bro. Before KD had joined the Warriors, nobody wasn't saying nothing when the Warriors and the Cavs played in the 2016 finals, y'all. They didn't score for like 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Because they was just playing nothing but lockdown defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the one thing I'm not going to let folks talk about my era. No, bro. No. The 2010s And before the 2010s, bro, defense was played. It just wasn't the same as the 90s and the 80s, bro. Like, y'all have to understand defense also is going to evolve with the game evolving. So if there's certain things that folks are creating now in offense that your favorite players wasn't doing back then, obviously defense has to change too. You can't not do certain things on defense. That's just how the game goes, bro. That's just how the game goes.
Left, Cleveland triggers in.
But I ain't gonna lie. I told y'all, if I go to the park, I still play hand checking, bro. I still do that shit. You ain't about to tell me I can't hand check you. Now, it's not gonna be OD. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, bro, I want you to at least be able to dribble, bro. It's basketball. I want you to be able to do something. But I'm going to have my hand there, so it's hard for you to really get some separation and stuff like that. It's just y'all have to understand, man. If you get it, you get it.
1 second for the win.
Don't tell me that he can't win games, or doesn't have a killer instinct, or isn't clutch, or any of that shit. He spent a lot of time playing in the biggest games too, in an absolutely loaded league. In the playoffs, he has faced Gilbert Arenas, Chauncey Billups, Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Dirk Nowitzki, Dwight Howard, Derrick Rose, Al Horford and Paul Millsap, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry, Paul George, Victor Oladipo, Damian Lillard, and so on. And the players he's faced haven't just been eye-popping. He's lined up against some of the vaunted teams and franchises in NBA lore. He played the Spurs, the most successful post-Jordan franchise in basketball, 3 times in the finals. And then he faces the Warriors in 4 straight finals. Meanwhile, LeBron's teams always seem to be overachievers. In his first 7 seasons in Cleveland, his best teammate by a mile was Mo Williams. Yeah, one-time All-Star, Mo Williams. The Cavs front office can't be faulted for not trying to get LeBron help, but they certainly deserve some criticism for failing to actually get him help.
Nah, that's facts.
Zydrunas Ilgauskas, Larry Hughes, Drew Gooden, Eric Snow, Old Shaq, Ben Wallace's corpse. None of them were really bona fide quality contributors who, in the roles they were supposed to fill, could compete and win a championship against the Spurs or the Celtics. The Cavs' entire philosophy during his first stint in the land was, he's so damn good, we'll just bank on him putting up ungodly numbers and carrying us to a win.
Facts. That's all the Cavs did, bro. And even when LeBron, like his last few years of leave after Kyrie left, bro, that's all they did too. Now they still try. I can't even say they still try to get him help because, bro, you're not about to get me Dwayne Wade, old IT, old Derrick Rose, and like think I'm about to do something with that. Like, come on, man. Now I ain't gonna lie, LeBron has to get fault with that because I know you asked for them players. I know you did. So LeBron, you have to get fault for that. But there's no, like, they did the same thing they did at the beginning of his career. Like, I don't blame him for leaving.
Every single night, which he usually somehow did. And when he left, look at how the Cavs floundered. From a league-high 61 wins to 19, the second worst record in the league. Nothing exemplified the plight of LeBron more than Game 5 of the 2007 Eastern Conference Finals. With the series tied at 2 games apiece, LeBron and the Cavs were trying to pull off an upset against the former champion Detroit Pistons nucleus on their home court. With around 3 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter and the Cavs down 7, LeBron got fouled on a drive, and so began one of the most impressive stretches of basketball ever played in any series by any player. To say that James, at age 22, proceeded to take over the game feels like an undersell. He scored 29 of the Cavs' final 30 points, including 25 in a row. He was transcendent, finishing with 48 points after 2 overtimes and the game-winning layup. It was a performance for the ages, but it was also almost entirely necessary. When the Cavs played the Spurs in the finals that year, they lost because a 22-year-old LeBron couldn't beat the Pop, Parker, Manu, Duncan Spurs by himself. Shame on him. So is there any surprise that he wanted to go to a real team like Miami, where he didn't have to do everything? And make no mistake, it's not like he didn't still have his Atlas moments with the Heat. Game 6 of the 2012 Eastern Conference Finals. The Heat are down 3-2, coming off of the decision in the 2011 Finals. LeBron and the Heat were under as big of a magnifying glass as you can get. In Boston, the Celtics had the chance to send the LeBron, Wade, Bosh Heat out by the historical wayside as a catastrophic failure. But then LeBron put on this face and picked the Celtics apart. He had 30 points in the first half.
We did a video on this.
In classic LeBron fashion, he was everywhere doing everything. He sucked the oxygen out of the arena and never gave it back. coming through with an all-time performance in maybe the most important game of his career.
Facts.
2013 Finals, Games 6 and 7, leading the fourth quarter charge in Game 6, hitting a crucial 3 with 20 seconds left to set up Ray Allen's legendary shot.
I ain't gonna lie, Bron, you did get saved by Ray. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna be honest.
12 and 4, plus the series icing jumper in Game 7.
Tim Duncan showing James pulls up, puts it in, 4-point lead. 35 for LeBron James.
The games, series, and runs that he's had will someday fill their own multi-part documentary. We'll talk about a few more later, but the overall theme is undeniable. LeBron has lived in the playoffs and thrived under the brightest of lights, despite the unique brand of scrutiny, doubt, and criticism that is his.
No, that's
but none of that
crazy.
matters to you, because of three things. The sources of so much of that doubt and criticism. The 2010 Eastern Conference semifinals, the decision, and the 2011 finals. All three events happened within the span of about 400 days. It started with the second round of the 2010 playoffs, Boston versus Cleveland. Despite having the best record in the league, the Cavs lost in 6 to the Pierce KG Ray Allen Celtics. LeBron's numbers look okay, but if you remember watching at the time, or you go back now and watch, you can tell that LeBron's just not there. He's checked out. No aggression, no urgency, stretches
by
of total
himself.
detachment. He was a no-show, and no one still knows definitively why, but salacious rumors persist that you can look up for yourself. Whatever the reason, the loss amped the noise around LeBron up to new levels. He can't do it. He doesn't have it. The basketball world prepared itself for one of the most consequential free agent decisions ever. What they got was the decision. A 1-hour national
already knew he wanted out.
special. LeBron was going to announce his decision on live TV. How could this go wrong?
The answer to the question everybody wants to know. LeBron, what's your decision?
In this fall, man, this is very tough. In this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
The best basketball player in the world dumped his hometown team, the most tortured sports city in America, live on television to join a super team with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. He had quit on Cleveland in the playoffs and followed it up with the mother of all backstabs. The decision remains perhaps the single meanest thing an athlete has ever done to their franchise. It was
Do
mindless.
folks really blame Bron though? Like, I feel like if you're gonna blame anybody, I get it. Being from Cleveland, not me, but like if you're from Cleveland, you would automatically hate Bron. But at the same time, man, it's the organization, bro. You just didn't get me the help. You did not get me help. Why am I going to waste my career here? Why? Why do you want me to do that? Why? Look at all these other greats that we talk about. Michael Jordan, he was losing at first, but they blessed him. They blessed that boy. They blessed him. Larry Bird, blessed. It wasn't given to him, but blessed. You feel me? Magic, don't even get me started. He walked in blessed. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these players got blessed. Bron didn't get blessed, bro. Bron didn't get blessed. Even Curry. Curry didn't walk into no good situation. He had to earn it, if we're being real. They built that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Warriors built the three, Curry, Clay, and Draymond. They built that. You know what I'm saying? But Bron, he did not get blessed, and they was not trying to help Brody. I don't blame him, bro. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't blame him. I don't at all.
Shallow, insulting, and egotistical in a profound way. LeBron quickly went from one of the most popular and celebrated athletes in the country to its most hated. Cavs owner Dan Gilbert published an infamous letter tearing James apart. Fans burned his jersey in the streets.
Yeah.
Conversations about how LeBron was wired and whether he could be the guy flooded the airwaves. But the funny thing was, I don't think anyone really faulted him for wanting out of Cleveland. It was clear that he didn't get the help that a superstar needs in order to
so what was
capitalize
it?
on their talents. The criticism was first and foremost with the execution, doing it in a self-aggrandizing live TV special. The criticism quickly turned into nonsensical, inane cliches and false narratives. The same LeBron that was getting praised for his ability to cultivate camaraderie and success on abhorrent teams was now being criticized for not making his teammates fear him. Whatever that means. Was the decision the dumbest thing LeBron could have done? Yes. Was it a knife in the back of the community that had supported him as he ascended from chosen one to superstar? Yes.
I mean, I'm just confused what Bron was supposed to do, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was he supposed to do? You know, back then, it's not like how players do now where they'll make a post on Instagram saying goodbye to the city. Like, what was he really supposed to do? I'm really trying to think about it for a sec. Because if you ask me, I really don't see nothing wrong with what he did going on that live thing and saying, I'm taking my talents to South Beach. I really don't. I mean, now, I've never seen that whole video. I don't know if that's the only thing Bron said, because if he did, I feel like it's a little fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You got to at least give you got to tell the Cleveland fans how you love them and everything. You got to do all that, bro. I hope you really didn't just say, I'm taking my talents to South Beach, and that was all we got from you. As Cleveland fans, I hope that was not all they got from you, because I'd hate your ass too, bro. I'm burning your jersey. I'm doing it all. I'm taking it to a gas station and burning it, twin. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Was most of this criticism of his mental makeup and desire to win baseless and spiteful? Also, yes. But it probably didn't feel that way for a lot of NBA fans at the time. They hated him. He had quit on and betrayed his team. So when the Heat lost the 2011 finals, the hate boners raged in full force. And the Heat didn't just lose because the Mavs were better. They lost because LeBron choked.
Yeah,
his scoring average plummeted to 17 points a game, down from 26 during the regular season. And of those 17 points a game, only 3 came during the fourth quarter, which is especially damning considering how tight the series was. James turned himself into public enemy number 1, promised a jewelry box's worth of rings, and when the world was watching, completely flopped.
And I think that's, like, for me, because I was just talking to my homies about this, like, 2 days ago? For me, that's why I can't put Bron number 1. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to think about somebody like Jordan, bro. Every time he touched the finals, bro, he was the best player on the floor. Every time he touched the finals, y'all. This ain't no playoffs right here that LeBron choked in. This is a finals. Finals, bro. Finals. You feel me? Finals. You choked. You choked, bro. You choked. I'm sorry. No disrespect. You just choked, bro. You choked. It happens, bro. It happens. But because it happens, you cannot be number 1. You can't be number 1, bro. You can't, bro. Jordan hasn't even touched a Game 7 in the finals, bro. He hasn't even touched it. He doesn't know what it feels like to be in a Game 7. You can't be better than him, bro. You can't be better than him all the time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, LeBron. I'm sorry.
There are no excuses. I can't tell you actually LeBron played really well or that his team let him down. He sucked. He let them down and they lost. It's a fact. Should it define him forever? No. Because if we take a trip into yesteryear, we can look. Yes.
As for GOAT debates, yes, it will. Yeah, it has to, bro. It has to, because when you talk about players and you talk about things they have done in the past and their resumes, as for championships, big games, big moments, we line them with each other. We literally align them with each other, bro. And especially if you're going to be in the number 1 GOAT debate. Like, it's different being in the top 5 arguments and stuff, but number 1, bro? Yes, we're going to use that against you. It has to happen. I'm sorry. I'm telling y'all right now, bro. If Jordan, think about it like this. If Jordan doesn't three-peat twice, but just probably wins like 2 chips, but he was still like, people still call him the greatest player ever. There'll be a lot of people who do not call him the greatest player ever, bro. There'd be a lot. There literally would be a lot of people who don't agree. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't agree now, but at the same time, like, a majority of people would say MJ's probably the GOAT. A lot of people say LeBron's the GOAT, but you already know. You know what I'm saying? But just imagine if Jordan had this performance in the finals, bro. We're not calling him the GOAT. We are not calling him the GOAT, bro. We're not. I'm being honest, bro. So, LeBron, that's my only thing with you, bro. Like, it is what it is. You could be in my top 5, but just like, I don't know, man.
Got a young point guard on the Los Angeles Lakers in the 1984 finals by the name of Irvin Magic Johnson. The series was the first championship meeting between Larry Bird and Magic since their record-breaking collegiate showdown. The two were now the faces of a surging NBA, revitalized thanks to their mastery and rivalry. What did Magic do? He choked. Pretty hard. In Game 2, he dribbled out the final 11 seconds in regulation of a tied game without putting up a shot.
Like, bro, what was Larry? I mean, not Larry. What was Bird? I mean, self-neck. What was Magic even doing, bro? Are you scared to take it to the rim, bro? Like, bro, what are you doing?
11 seconds in regulation of a tied game without...
I'm supposed to believe he's better than Curry? Man, get out of here, bro. I ain't trying to hear it. I'm not hearing that at all.
Putting up a shot. The Lakers lost in overtime. In Game 4,
Curry shooting
Magic
that.
had his pass picked off with 4 seconds left in regulation of a tied game. Then in overtime, missed both free throws with 35 seconds left, with the score tied again. The Lakers lost. In Game 7, Magic turned the ball over twice in the final 90 seconds of a tightly contested game. The Lakers lost.
See, I don't get on players for turnovers, but stuff like missing free throws when it comes to crucial moments, stuff like not taking the last shot when it comes to crucial moments, I'm going to get on you for, bro. I'm going to get on you for it, especially that Magic and Curry argument. This video really not about Magic or Curry, but he brought it up. Especially when it comes to their argument, bro, I'm not letting Magic slide for those things, bro. I'm not. I don't care about your 5 rings. I don't care about what you done. And there's no disrespect to Magic. But that's just my argument against why I can't have him the GOAT point guard. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. The skill difference is obviously there. It's there, bro. Magic can do a lot of things Curry could do. There's definitely a lot of things Curry can do that Magic can't. And for those two things, when it comes to who's would I rather take, I'm taking Curry's. Straight up, bro. Curry would have took that last shot. Curry would have made both free throws. Maybe it was eyes closed too. MJ style. Just being real. Just being real, brody. Just being honest.
Basketball writers were ruthless and cutting. The fact was, he didn't have what it took to
Let me
come
stop
through in
pausing
the
this.
big
Video
moments,
almost over.
despite previous evidence to the contrary. And that's not how we remember Magic Johnson. We remember
isn't.
him as a player who came through in big games, had big performances, and who you wanted to have the ball when the game got close. Could it be because he led the Lakers to 3 championships after his '84 meltdown? So why is it that some people's opinions on LeBron James haven't changed in the last 9 years? How were 3 championships and 7 more consecutive finals not some sort of redemption? Because of this right here, the Magic Bullet, 3-6 in finals series. Not that he's won 3 championships, or that he's made 9 finals, or that he spent almost the entire decade of the 2010s playing June basketball. It's that he's made it 9 times and lost 6 times. Would it be better if he were 3-0 or 3-3? It is not a meaningful or insightful conversation in any capacity to boil down a player's entire career, his contributions, strengths, weaknesses, and subtleties to just his record in the NBA Finals. How is it that making it...
See, I don't even really do that when it comes to Bron, because at the end of the day, he just ran it to us. Like, he just ran it to us. I told you, I have to blame his organization. I think Tyronn Lue just had a podcast with Uncle Shay Shay, talking about how they tried to get Paul George during this era with KD. They should have. They should have. If not, I don't know why you only try to get Paul George, bro. Kyrie and LeBron definitely needed somebody else. Obviously, K-Love was there. I don't know if they would have got rid of K-Love to get somebody. But you definitely needed another All-Star, bro. You definitely needed another All-Star, man. You did. Because then it would have made the playing fields even. And you know what I'm saying? Who knows? Maybe we don't win all them chips back-to-back. Maybe we don't go back-to-back, bro. Maybe we don't. You know what I'm saying? You can't really blame Bron, though, for that, though. At the end of the day, look at the Warriors, bro. I would never get on Bron, bro. I knew it was unfair. I knew it was unfair. Did I enjoy it? Yes. I enjoyed it. We was winning chips. We was out here like these with the chips. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed it. But I would never get on Bron for that, bro. Like, his team compared to our team, they had no chance. I see why Kyrie left. I'm just being honest.
To the finals and losing is worse than not making it at all. If you take the time to actually look at how he ended up in those series and what he actually did in them, I have no idea how you could misconstrue his finals performances as a hindrance to his case. We talked about 07, 11, 12, and 13. Of those 4, the first was a loss to a team with an actual roster and head coach. The second was a loss that can be pinned entirely on James. And the last 2 were victories. In 2014, the Spurs played absolutely divine basketball. You cannot play the game better. LeBron and Chris Bosh were the only players on the roster who showed up. Nobody else, either because of age or mileage, could handle the physical toll of a 4th straight finals. LeBron led the Heat in every stat but blocks. He averaged 28, 7, and 4 while shooting 57, 51, 79 splits. As Mike Tyson said to Sports Illustrated, the Spurs won because they deserved to, not because of what LeBron didn't do. You're out of your mind if you think that the 2015 finals is a black mark on LeBron's legacy. The Cavs lost Kevin Love in the first round and Kyrie Irving in Game 1 of the finals against the Warriors. But LeBron was so supremely impressive that Cleveland actually had a prayer of winning the series, which garnered him finals MVP votes despite being on the losing team. His averages were unreal, and Andre Iguodala
LeBron was
won the
insane.
award specifically because he kept LeBron from doing more damage. In 2017, after a super weird regular season, the Cavs flipped the switch and cruised to the finals against the new-look Warriors with Kevin Durant. LeBron became the first
damn, he
player
just skipped right over 2016? He just skipped right over 2016? I guess.
Average a triple-double in the finals, but the Cavs
I
lost
like
in
it.
5, keeping the Warriors from sweeping their way through the entire playoffs. In 2018, without Kyrie...
And like, bro, like, see, like, listen, he had Kyrie and everything, but did you just hear that, bro? The fact that the Warriors only lost one game, we lost only one game, that entire playoff series, and that was in the finals, is crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. You cannot get on Bron, bro. I just feel like you can't.
LeBron had a run that was eerily similar
that.
to his 2007 streak. Game winners, crazy numbers, game 7s, the whole thing. The culmination of the run happened in Game 1 of the Finals, when LeBron scored an earth-shattering 51
This is the best Bron I've
points,
seen ever.
giving the Cavs
I
a
ain't gonna
chance
lie.
to take a 1-0 lead in the series. And then this happened.
Rebound goes to the Cavs. J.R. Smith brings it
Oh my gosh.
For the past 13 years in a row, every team that LeBron James has played on has been in contention to win the championship, regardless of the roster around him. We're not going to play the what-if game, but he's proven that he doesn't need the league's all-time leading scorer as a teammate or the Zen Master as a coach. He also...
LeBron definitely can carry a team to the finals. He just cannot carry his team to the finals and win. That's the only thing I'll say about bro. Like, nobody can ever say LeBron can't carry his team. He literally has carried every single team he's been on. It's just about when you carry them to the finish line, can y'all finish? I can't say do you finish? Can y'all finish? And they most of the time couldn't. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, that's what I'm saying. It's just like a thing. You gotta blame his organization at the end of the day. You do.
doesn't need time off between finals. It took him 8 straight finals before he finally wore down. Give him any coach, give him any teammates, and by the sheer brilliance of his play, your team is now a championship contender. And I don't have to make the argument that 3 rings is more than 5 or 6 or 11, because that's not how we evaluate these players. We don't just look at ring totals, otherwise Robert Horry would be on Mount Rushmore. Yes, it's all about winning, but it's really not. We try to synthesize things like play style, competition, success, achievements, accolades, and the like into a more cohesive and complete picture. Just asking, did they win, when trying to argue for the greatest basketball player of all time is the wrong question, because, it's a team sport. The better question to ask is which player gave their team the best chance to win? Who meant the most?
Michael Jordan. And then you got LeBron after. You know what I'm saying? If I'm just answering that question. But I don't agree.
To their teams? And the answer to that question is LeBron James.
Michael
Is there
Jordan.
any better example of this than the 2016 finals? What other player in that situation
go.
would have been able to do what LeBron did? He didn't try to will his team to victory by just jacking up shots. He picked his spots perfectly, got his teammates involved, and inspired a belief that they could win despite the odds. The series is the perfect testimony to the value of...
I could forever rant about this, and I don't care. We can argue with the comments all we want. We can argue, all right? I will forever argue this, all right? Listen, shout out to the Cavs in 2016. Shout out to you. At the end of the day, y'all came back and won. I will forever give it to you. But I'm not going to sit up here and act like if Draymond does not get suspended for that game, we don't win that game. I saw somebody, because I made a video about this, about the 2016 Cavs. I saw somebody say, Draymond came back, so what happened after that? Bro, I'm talking about the game he actually got suspended for. The game he got suspended for. I actually don't even remember what timing that Draymond got kicked out the game. I don't really remember. This is 2016. Y'all. I don't fucking remember. But if he does not get suspended that next game, bro, we win that next game. We win that next game. We win that next game, y'all. I don't care what nobody says, man. We're winning that next game. You know what I'm saying? We won. I think we've even seen backstage footage of this. LeBron said once they lost Draymond, their confidence went away. He said that himself. He could see it in the team. He could see it in the Warriors, bro. He could see it, bro. I don't care what nobody says, bro. Draymond don't get suspended, bro. We're winning that. We're winning it, bro.
LeBron James.
But shout out to the Cavs.
They were facing the 73-9 Warriors. the best record in NBA history, single-digit losses in an 82-game season. Cap it off with a title, and they instantly have a claim as the best basketball team ever. And after the first 4 games of the series, they have a 3-1 lead. No team in that position had ever lost. That lead in that series.
Like, bro, we was torching them. We had a 3-1 lead, y'all. I don't care what nobody says, bro. You can't even like confidently say we don't win if Draymond doesn't get suspended. You cannot confidently say we don't win still. You can't say that, bro. We had a 3-1 lead. A 3-1 lead. Then Draymond gets suspended. How are you going to say we didn't have a chance? Like, bro, you mean to tell me they had 3 chances to beat us? 3, y'all. One of them Draymond wasn't there for, and it was the game.
Has proven throughout history to be insurmountable. Game 5 in Oakland. Kyrie shoots 70% from the floor to rack up 41 points. LeBron matches him with 41 of his own, plus 16 rebounds and 7 assists. Tristan Thompson is the only other Cavalier in double digits. Game 6 in Cleveland. LeBron spearheads a blowout with another 41-point performance, with 8 rebounds and 11 assists to go along with it. The momentum of the series has palpably shifted. Game 7 had legacy bursting at its seams.
So it was Game 5, yeah. If Draymond don't get suspended Game 5, bro, we win this shit, bro. We win it.
Historic was going to happen, no matter how the game ended. Either the Warriors were about to cap off the most successful basketball season ever, or the Cavs were going to do a 3-1 comeback, their first franchise title, Cleveland's first championship in 52 years, all made possible by LeBron James. A Cleveland win in Game 7 represented the single most significant feat that any player has ever achieved. The most anticipated high school basketball player in a lifetime, who became the chosen one 45 minutes away from the team that would draft him, who took that team to brand new heights, who broke that city's heart in an astonishing way, came back to try to make things right, and was now 1 game away from fulfilling his promise in an unprecedented comeback against a record-breaking opponent.
Sorry, y'all, I get PTSD.
Jordan. Don't expect him to be.
All right.
He's not Magic Johnson either. He's not Larry Bird or Bill Russell or Wilt Chamberlain. He's LeBron James.
Right.
The most valuable basketball player ever. The most complete basketball player who's ever lived.
Damn, Clayton, is he your GOAT? He gotta be your GOAT.
Greatest basketball player.
Like I told y'all, this is the longest making the case video I've seen on the channel. Yo, Clayton.
Of all time.
I guess that's yeah, Clayton. That must be Clayton's GOAT, man. Hey, bro. All right, Clayton. That's it. Like I said, I would never disrespect somebody saying LeBron is their number 1. I would never disrespect you, bro. I won't. At the end of the day, if that's your probably, but that's who you choose, bro. That's who you choose. I got MJ number 1 all the time. I did enough rant to ask for why I think LeBron can't be number 1. It is what it is. But all love to LeBron. All love to the James family. Bron's still going strong to this day. I think LeBron, this is probably his next season is probably going to be his last season, y'all. So, hey, man, we got to enjoy it while it lasts for sure.